this microphone that the President of the United States holds in her hand is used in a way that is about reflecting the values of our country.
So I'm not exactly a Kamala Harris fan, but she was very impressive at the first debate. Kamala Harris, she has a lot of progressive planks, a lot of progressive platform. For one, she's in favor of Bernie's Medicare for All, and she's in favor of abolishing the private insurance companies for universal health care. And I'm okay with that. I think eventually it's going to be, a private/public system. But I know that a person that guarantees me government health care, single-payer government health care, will definitely give me universal health care. Obama, Hillary, they all promised to get us universal health care, but we never got it because they, use all these code words and they, bullshit you. They bullshit you.
I'm a small business owner who brought that same scrappy spirit to make Colorado one of the most progressive states in America. We expanded reproductive health to reduce teenage abortion by 64%. We were the first state to legalize marijuana, and we transformed our justice system in the process. We passed universal background checks in a purple state. We got to near universal health care coverage. We attacked climate change with the toughest methane regulations in the country, and for the last 3 years, we've been the #1 economy in America.
So because Kamala Harris is in favor of abolishing private insurance and she's in favor of single-payer government health care, I fully trust she'll get us universal health care. I also like that Kamala Harris is in favor of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Rand Paul's opposed to the Civil Rights Act of 1964 because apparently private businesses should be allowed to discriminate. So 1964 Civil Rights Act is what integrated America. So to be opposed to the integration of America, that, Rand Paul, so anyways, and Joe Biden, so she's in favor of the Civil Rights Act. She's for universal health care. She also wants body cameras for the police.
Senator Harris, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Well, I just want to leave you with a couple of things. One, we need a nominee who has the ability to prosecute the case against 4 more years of Donald Trump, and I will do that.
Now, I have many questions for Kamala Harris, and I should, delve into her policies more, and I am. I'm looking more into her policies. But I want to know, what is she going to do about poverty? What is she going to do about homelessness? Are we going to get instant runoff voting? What about the wars? What's her position on Venezuela? What's her position on Palestine and Yemen? And so, does she want free college? Is she going to end the war on drugs? Is she going to get broadband internet for everybody? Is she going to have public education reform?
Second, this election is about you. This is about your hopes and your dreams and your fears and what wakes you up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Where's her position on Edward Snowden and Julian Assange and Chelsea Manning and public finance elections and the Patriot Act? Is she going to break up the big banks? So there's a lot of questions that I have for Kamala Harris. But after this debate, I want to look into her further. So the problems that I have with Kamala Harris, and I just jotted a couple down here, that Kamala Harris is a prosecutor. So Kamala Harris is a cop. She's thrown more black men in prison in California than anybody before her. She held up wrongful convictions secured through departmental misconduct. She endorsed efforts in California to criminalize truancy. So all the Huckleberry Finns out there, so it doesn't sound like she's going to be for educational reform. You better go to school or else. No more Huckleberry Finns. Huckleberry Finn is a quintessential all-American novel. And so this isn't the same America that we had 100 years ago.
What's happening?
We are hearing our colleagues' audio. If the control room could turn off the mics. Republican Senate. Do you have a plan to deal with Mitch McConnell?
I do.
And then Kamala Harris also oversaw a department that argued the state of California couldn't release some prisoners because it would reduce the number of prison laborers. So we need to have a private prison industry so we can have all the, free labor. So Kamala Harris, there's some problems with Kamala Harris. But, I'm going to give her due deference. Everybody deserves a chance. So I'm going to, look at her policies in totality, and then I'll eventually give you my verdict.
issue that has been in the news, especially this week. There are undocumented children being held alone in detention, even as close as Homestead, Florida, right here, less than 30 miles from where we are tonight.
For Honduras and Guatemala and El Salvador, so that people can find safety and opportunity at home instead of coming to the United States to seek it.
Governor Inslee, how would you address
wind turbines, electric vehicles,
green energy,
fossil fuels,
Solar and other renewables.
our existential threat is climate change. We have to confront it before it's too late.
Senator Warner.
climate change?
Yeah. Senator Booker.
Nuclear proliferation and climate change.
Secretary Castro.
Say, China and climate change.